Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So today I wanted to talk about the Schumann resonance because a lot of people just aren't aware of what the Schumann resonance even is. So we have some TikTok videos that help explain the Schumann resonance, how it affects or may affect you, and then things that you can do to raise your frequency. Because the thing is, the Schumann resonance, if it is negatively affecting you, it's usually because you're out of alignment. You're not aligned energetically with the earth. Your vibration is a little low, okay? Because the earth is going through a transformation energetically. She is raising her frequency, okay? And so to be in harmony with the Schumann resonance and to not be negatively affected, make sure you are doing your inner healing work, your shadow work, cleansing, purifying your energy, grounding yourself, getting out in nature, and just harmonizing with nature. So yeah, I have a few videos that are going to explain what it is a little bit better than I can. And you can leave comments in the comments section and let me know what you think. And let us know how this energy is affecting you.
And this Schumann resonance, what we have to understand is that basically we're talking about the sun producing more and more energy. It's heating up. And the Schumann resonance, from what I understand, not only is affecting the heat or the temperature, but it is also bringing about a radical change in electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic waves, and also the very DNA on all life on the planet. You know, I would refer back to, not to get religious, but I would refer back to a scriptural reference where it talks about the fact that it says, "Behold, I make all things new." And so basically, what we're coming into is a time where the planet is changing. The planet is rejecting and getting rid of all things that are detrimental to its life cycle. Let me go back a little bit. I mean, if you think about it, the earth is a living being. It is a living being. The oceans, that's the circulatory system of the planet. The stone or the dirt in the earth, the rock, that's the skeletal system. And then you have the vegetation, which is the life, that you can see other than us on the planet. Well, for years and years, human beings, nothing else on the planet but human beings, have been literally destroying the planet. We've been polluting the air. We've been polluting the water, the circulatory system. And just like with any living being, just like with us, if we get a disease, what is one of the first things that the body does? It produces a fever to kill the disease. And what's going on now with the Schumann resonance is that the planet, in conjunction with the sun, is now trying to or not trying, but it's regenerating itself. It's taking itself to a new level, a higher level. You hear individuals talk about in all religions, the kingdom of God, Allah Mulk, the kingdom of heaven. Well, that's coming in now. The best example I can use is this. If you're dealing with electricity, you have different, what they call amperages. So let's say if you were going to use a 15 amp breaker, trying to make it simple, then the highest or the biggest wire you could use would be 14 gauge wire. But if you wanted to use a 20 amp breaker, you'd have to move up to 12 gauge wire. If you wanted to use a 30 amp breaker, you'd have to move up to 10 gauge wire, etc. So every time you stepped up the power or increased the vibration, you'd have to go to a higher grade of wire or a stronger wire. Well, what's happening with the Schumann resonance is that the vibration, the energy is being stepped up to clean up the planet and to bring in a new world that we can all live in and have peace instead of all this madness that we see going on. And what's happening is that when you see individuals being affected, quote unquote, negatively by this, what's going on is that their 14 gauge wire but now you got 50 amps of power coming in instead of 15 amps. And if you run 50 amps of power through a 14 gauge wire, it's going to burn it up. And that's the simplest explanation I can say about the Schumann resonance. Is what's going on is that our planet is being made anew. And those of us on it, we have to be in tune with the new frequency, with the new vibration. Otherwise, we won't survive. It's that simple, you know.
Earth just released more seismic energy in 24 hours than the last 43 days combined. What does that mean for us? Researchers are sounding alarms about a potential geomagnetic excursion, a sudden, temporary shift in Earth's magnetic field. And right now, there's a dangerous energy imbalance leaking into the Earth's core and mantle. It's not just theoretical. This imbalance could be fueling a global wave of earthquakes, volcanoes, and violent storms. In just the past week, magnitude 5 to 7 quakes have struck Alaska, Russia, and the Pacific. Volcanoes are waking up in Iceland, Indonesia, and Japan. And a massive coronal hole on the sun is now directly facing Earth, blasting high-speed solar wind into our atmosphere. Geomagnetic storm levels have hit KP4, and the Schumann resonance spiking in wild, unpredictable waves. So what's the connection? Earth's magnetic field has been weakening for over 150 years, and satellite data from ESA's SWARM mission shows it's now dropping at 5% per decade in some areas. The magnetic North Pole is migrating fast, shifting from Canada toward Siberia at over 30 miles per year. That speed has scientists questioning whether we're already in the early stages of a magnetic pole reversal, or a more chaotic excursion like the Lachamp event, which happened 42,000 years ago and disrupted Earth's atmosphere, triggered climate shifts, and may have even contributed to extinction events. And now, our planet is absorbing more solar and cosmic energy through these weakened magnetic shields. That energy may be feeding into the core, agitating tectonic plates, and disrupting our natural frequency. It's not just the ground, it's the sky. And some scientists believe this overload is even shortening our days. July 22nd once again marked one of the shortest days of the year, by milliseconds. That might not seem like much, until you realize Earth's rotation is being affected from the inside out. And here's the question no one can explain. Why did July 20th release more seismic energy than over a month combined? That's not normal. That's not random. If Earth's magnetic field is shifting and the core is reacting, how close are we to something far bigger?
Today's July 31st, 2025. Here's your Schumann Resonance Update and Daily Energy Report. Okay, loves. Okay, well, as you can see, 3 days ago we got slammed. We had a little bit of, ease for a day or so, and now we're getting hit again. So this is a mix of frequencies. The red and the orange are lower frequencies, and the white is a higher frequency. So when it comes in like this, it just stirs up a lot with all of us. And these earthier tones, that blast of energy came in and just stirred everything up. And then we have this massive earthquake in Russia, which is causing these tsunamis. So Mother Earth is waking up and we can feel it. So far, the seismic monitor in Cumiana, Italy is still doing okay. But just because that's not popping off doesn't mean there's not seismic activity, obviously. Space Weather Live is looking good, nothing noteworthy, so we shall see. But look at this beautiful energy coming in. Like I always say, this energy is beautiful but potent, so be sure to tap in with meditation and prayer, and also ground, hydrate, rest, because our bodies need us to listen to them at this point while we're going through this shift. I hope y'all are doing well. Love you guys. Blessings.
All right, so as you can see, the earth is going through some transformation, okay? And I've said it in my previous nature reports, is nature is communicating. Are you listening? I feel like that we're going through a planetary shift or a pole shift. I feel like it. But, we all don't know all. We're all becoming, we're all learning, growing, evolving spiritually. No one has all the answers, okay? We only have partial truths. And this is why it's important for us to be open-minded and receive information and use our discernment as to whether or not it resonates with us. But we're all growing, and we can all learn and grow from each other. Okay, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Have a good day.